live.
See my screen. You know. See it from here.
Woo!
Sketches, man. Some sketches. I could do a drawing of this. How's everything going?
Pow! We're going to go back to the detail of this insane drawing. Sorry, kids.
Sorry, je suis en train de marquer quelque chose pour moi incroyable. And it's part of perhaps the look. I have to take it. I must share. I must share this. How does that work? I put it right here. Yeah. Right there. Now, strange enough, yesterday I was very emotional. I didn't sleep much, but I wrote something. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna read it to you because. So, strange enough, yesterday I was awake I wrote it somewhere. I was probably like 2 hours, 2 a.m. I still was awake until 8 o'clock in the morning. I was sketching some Ninja Turtles and all that stuff just because I felt the need, but I'm like on a marathon of drawing. So it was at 6 a.m. So I went to bed probably like 9 o'clock. And then I woke up. I woke up around 7:30 in the afternoon. So I'm drawing this piece of this, the presence of God is there. It is a deep thing for me because I started crying yesterday because I was looking at it, and strange enough, I looked at the eye and I looked at the very beginning before I started doing this. I was debating to put a color of the eye in blue. Why, I don't know, but I've seen the reference. I've seen the reference of Jesus in the past, and he had blue eyes. But in reality, other people say in the description of the scripture, in some ways, his eyes are not blue. Bright blue. But I still received this thought, it'd be cool to have a blue eye. Not sure why. And I have a drawing of Jesus. I'll go get it. Still have it today. Can see it. Yeah. So this one there, I drew this in January when things were really, this is a drawing that revealed it. God has revealed himself to me because of the praying, and it's this full circle of happening through the prayers and the things that has been answered. I can't deny what I received, so why not say it? So I drew this picture, and the person asked me to draw it in color, and I was debating it, doing it black and white or color, and she was debating too. but it was a request, and I decided to do it in somewhat semi-colored, and somehow it has a blue eye. Why is it blue eye? I'm not sure. And then a gold eye for the tiger, the lion that's in the back. So blue and brown, and this is on the left, and that is on the right. I drew this, and then my brother comes in, Eric, and then they mentioned that my brother has a blue eye and a brown eye. And it kind of hit me because his presence is here. Why did I receive this? And why somehow God has revealed himself to me in this image by praying in full circle. So there's something to that to me. But then I decided to draw this portrait of presence of God is here. And it's making me witnessing something is, I wanted to draw a blue eye because somehow Jesus, I've seen him with blue eyes. And then I'm like, I completely forgot about what I did in the past with this. And I decided I want to draw a blue eye. So I received this blue eye. I can't deny what I want to draw. A thought that I receive, if I deny it, what is that supposed to mean? To me is almost like I deny what I receive. So my thoughts is there no matter what in this process of the whole thing. So I drew this, and then yesterday I look at it and I'm again questioning, it's a blue eye. Why did I want to do a blue eye? That's so strange. And then I'm like, wait a second. I got this thought of my brother has a blue eye and a brown eye. Which side of the blue eye is? So I went to see the picture, and it's on the left. I completely forgot from that time. I'm very ignorant of the things that I don't remember too much on these specific things. I just do things. But I went in my room and get this picture and see what this is. It's the eye. So for the people that don't know my brother, but Francis has passed away when I was 4 years old in front of me and my Eric, my other brother. So he climbed a tree, and he basically, we were doing some snowman, he decided to climb the tree. It's a tree very small, probably the height of my ceiling, which is 9 foot or 10 feet, whatever. And the thing is, he climbed the tree, and then the branch basically caught on his coat, so he hung in front of us. And since the beginning of that, I always believed that this was a given gift. Life is a gift and treated like a gift. And I always thought this way because of this scenario that happened, allowed by life. You know, I can't deny this moment, because if I do, then it's almost I deny myself and not trying to find a positive outlook onto this thing. Somehow I always had a positive outlook on things in generally. So his passing has given us a moment of grace lived by me and my brother alone. My parents was not there for a while, so it was there given to us at this present moment. I'm a kid, I do not know what that means. And then yesterday I looked at it, and this happens, and then it reminds me why this moment has been given us today in a deeper level. It is almost like my brother has given us the gift of knowing the presence of God is through me. It's been engraved, and I'm only witnessing the gift today at a deeper level when I search for myself. So this moment of this angle of the look of this, what if that the God's presence when somebody passed away is the look that they looked at the greatest, deepest place, and accepting to leave the body and become part of God's journey. That look before we die, I think this is what has engraved in me. Perhaps that's what I think, but I know there's a presence of thing when I draw something, it's coming out of me. And those things sometimes is there and sometimes it's not. But when it's there, there's a presence deeper than myself. And I don't know where that comes from. And it feels like I was born with this since the beginning. And somehow my brother passing away has engraved the presence of God is in me. So, for example, I can show you a painting I did. Now, very comparable to what is going on here. It's pretty big, but somehow, what is the vibe? What is this presence? It seems to be deeper than what I feel or understand. It's there. Why? It's a strange thing. I love the leopard that took a picture of that in the zoo 2022. But yet, why is this staring me frontward and has this presence there? I can't deny the presence that's there for me. I feel a sense of life, even though it's only a painting. Somehow I outsourced something about me at the deepest place without even knowing it, and then it's there. Sharing it off through a piece out of a canvas and paint that's made out of plastic, but yet I have a presence in it. I look at it to me and it's there. It is actually same feeling of this, or somehow a bit of that. It's less presence in it, but the tiger and the lion in there has this vibe. And this has this vibe. I can show you something that don't have a life to it. And it makes sense to me. So there is a sense of life in those things that I'm outsourcing, drawing myself, the things I don't see, to draw the things I can see, to witness that energy that is shared through this piece, no matter what. There's a sense of God is there and no one else. It's the presence of God is there. So presence of God to me means there's a sense of life. Somehow I cannot understand it, and it's profoundly felt. And it's a strange thing. And there's a sense of healing in that, a comfort. There's a sense of calmness in it. Even though it looks kind of mad, there's a sense of calmness when I look at it. It's a strange feeling, but it's there. It's alive. So what if that energy to me has been engraved since my brother passed away? Maybe it's the sense of the look before he left his life, and a deep, profound presence of God was there to us to teach us the gift of life.
that God is looking over us no matter what. And it's coming through me. So this is the purpose that is refined into me, that I need to share this before I leave this life. The more I do this stuff, the more presence somehow I can share. And that presence to me is comforting. And many people have seen this stuff and says there's life to that. The portrait of dogs is the same thing. The portrait of dogs is the same thing. There's life to it, and it's clean. It's your best friend is who? Your best friend is your dog. But then at the same time, I'm thinking about God is my best friend. My brother that passed away is my best friend. And he's still here, I believe. No matter what, it's still there. So it's coming through me. And it's been shared since I was 4 years old. And it's a physical state of myself. So I do this through photography. Moments of that presence is there. It's almost God is there. And it's the presence that I've been engraved since the beginning when my brother passed away. Maybe that's the look that I got traumatized or something I did not know why. It's there, but it's been given at a profound level. Because when I'm a kid, I don't witness the consciousness of what these things mean. But now I'm trying to find what it means. And it's like, it's a very grateful place to be. Because that's the gift that keeps me going. And that presence is healing me through life. It's powerful. And I've been doing a lot of writing since last year, discovering my journaling skills, my journaling of who I am, and finding the purpose of what I am. There's a verse, Matthew 6:21. Your heart is where your treasure is. And somehow I repeat this again because it's important, because a heart has no thoughts. A heart only has the experience of being here in the presence of life, and it's at peace. It beats. There's not living in the past or the future, and there's no confusion there. Why do I witness that for myself? And the more I search for my thoughts, the more I found the presence of the past and the future is a waste of time. And it's giving me a sense of calmness that life is looking over me, because I could have died yesterday. I could have died, I can't die tomorrow. And living today is a gift, just like what my brother has done. You know, it's like he has been given a moment of life that is allowed by God for us to learn something that is deep for us. And I think it's an engraved gift in us through the things we're doing, through the things I'm doing. It's showing up in my journaling. The presence of God is giving me the ability to trust something I don't see to the things I can see. And when I put stuff together by writing, my prayers answer itself. I don't see him, but I know it's there. If I deny this thought of mine, then I would be speaking in a pretending way, and I cannot pretend what I am. And that's the great place to be, because if I pretend myself, I can't make it until I fake it. So I have to be true to myself. The more authenticity I have, the more I can reason to what is important today. It's powerful stuff. You may see the things I say and the look that I see and I do, like specific vibe that I'm able to tune in, is giving me the ability to share that presence. Somehow God is here and no one else. The presence of this power is there. When I speak the way I speak, it's because there's a sense of that presence there. And it's through me. That I witness. I can't deny what I witness. It's through my art stuff. It's showing up multiple times. Drawings of certain angles of the way it looks. The photography, a bird will look in a certain way. In the time where I took pictures 3 years ago with an eagle, within 3 weeks I created. The presence of this eagle has given me the presence of understanding what it means, and I sold out of these eagles because it meant the presence of God is bringing us comfort to life. I captured this through the image, and it was instantly, certain times my intuition was saying you should go outside. It was actually winter, and it was this really windy time. I went outside and on Howard Avenue, and within 10 minutes the eagle crossed over me, and for me the chance to take my camera and then take the shot and have a perfect shot with it was profoundly impossible. And I captured the presence of this energy. So Jessica witnessed this picture, and she felt the same presence. God is there. It lasted for, I was super high on life, if you want to put it this way. No drugs, nothing like that, but I was super high on this presence of God is there within 3 weeks straight, and it pushed me to do things I've never done, because it's the presence of that is important to share. It's comforting, and it's always looking over us. I got all the shots of an eagle that I need for many years, which is kind of crazy. But these things happens through the art stuff I do. It is not always there, but when it is there, it's a presence, almost like what I'm saying. It's profound. It's profound. It's a specific way of doing things, and I see it through my heart stuff, and it's through me in so many ways. So I wrote something yesterday about this sort of thing. It is personal, and I will share it because when I was really emotional when I wrote this down, because it was real emotionally. It was true at the deepest place of who I am. So I wrote these things. So the first page this is where I looked at Francis dying, my brother that passed away, on the tree. This is where I looked. This is where I looked. This is where hope or some type of presence of God is there. This is where I looked. At Francis dying at this very moment was shared to me. This is the time to realize what is the gift. At all full circle of God's presence is here. I'm talking about my fro going outside, experiments, the things I can't deny within this wearing, this Bob Ross personation. But it's truly emphasizing who I am. Can't deny what I receive. And I walk these places and I go sing opera And then I meet Denis in front of my painting that was put on the window by Accent Moncton from the gallery. And I was standing there because I was just like, I'm gonna go see my painting, see how it goes. But these people stand there, they walk, and I'm saying, that's a pretty cool painting, yeah? They didn't know who I was, but I told them, pretty cool. Huh? I said, yeah, it's a really nice painting. What is this? It's a leopard. I would say leopard because I'm French, but it's a leopard. So, learning the new things. But I told him it was, I'm the one that actually got this painting done, and they put it on the window. It's pretty cool. And then this wife, his wife, they were about 70, around the 70 years old, and she was with her daughter there, and basically they just mentioned, well, let's take a picture with the artist. Woohoo! And then it started from there. I talked to Denis about me on July 1st doing the opera singing for Canada. I was very afraid of going outside over there, but I've heard the things through all things to tell me to go sing opera. So that's why I did it, even though I felt so anxious or stage fright or whatever this energy is telling me. I'm always afraid, especially outside my comfort zone, but I have to trust it. I've always been protected in that sense. It's strange. So anyways, I went there, and then I met Denis, and he mentions that Denis is an opera singer. He has a profession in that. He had a career of a long time doing some opera singing. And I told him, I'm doing opera singing of the O Canada. And it's like, you're doing O Canada? Oh, that's so cool. And we mentioned this, we could do a duet. And then bam, we start singing opera singing, O Canada, right down to May Street, where my painting of the presence of God is. Strange. Anyways, I do that. We finish this O Canada, and our wife took some videos for sharing. And then I went. Me and him, we went to the Assumption building where the Capitol is not far. It vibrates and the reverb is huge. So I thought, let's try to go to where there's a lot of ambient when we sing the opera. It's super loud. And basically we did that, and then people were actually like super cool. And then people that was sitting on the side was kind of ninjaing. They were ninja ourselves in the video. I didn't know where that go, but anyway, it's pretty cool. The chances for me to meeting this guy is 0. But how is this possible that God's presence is there looking over this and guiding me through life? I was so afraid, but so close to God. My prayers is bringing closer to me, because I don't know what to do in those times that I'm afraid. It's a healthy thing. I'm not doing a bad thing, and it's nobody. There's nothing of a sinful, if you want to put it that way, sinful way. The sinful way to me is going against the nature of who I am as a person and try to destroy that. Life is a gift. We should treat it as a gift. And that's what I feel should be important to witness, because I want to reinforce my life to live fully this way, because that's where my deepest place of who I am is. But I can only learn it through experience, through all the things I do, because I'm bringing and I'm drawing this presence of me into a physical thing to witness the presence of God is here. So I want to give that presence through things. It seems that that's my gift. So I'm very grateful to hear this to myself, because I'm grateful, and the gratitude is massive, because I cannot buy this, but I have searched so long to witness the glimpse of that, but now it's really showing in many ways. So Denis is there, we go to this Assumption building, we sing opera singing, and then we finish this up, and we had some great time. I'm afraid I'm close to the prayers. And I'm like, wow, what a time to be alive. Outside my comfort zone becomes a gift that is allowed by life, and it's really something that I'm really grateful to experience. So we decide to finish this opera singing on Canada, and then somehow Denis is hearing a guy that's playing guitar. I also hear him play guitar, but he also heard the guy singing opera singing. Not the opera singing, but he's singing O Canada with a guitar right on Main Street. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't hear anything. I hear a guitar. So we kind of like, curiosity brings us exactly. Curiosity comes from wanting to embrace something new. And renewing your life is living a presence of today. Because if we're not curious, we want to live in the past or the future. But curiosity brings us in the present moment. Curiosity of things, that is the wind. I'm curious how the wind blows today. It's the weirdest example, but I'm curious that, what if I draw a Ninja Turtle today? I feel good about that, you know? Sure, that's how it goes. And then I'm living in the present moment. Curiosity brings me closer to renew myself, renewing and discovering myself at the deepest place. So curiosity is truly a place to bridge yourself to becoming something that you are curious about. It's a deep feeling. It's a deep presence of that. But anyways, Denis, curiosity comes in, guy's playing O Canada. And I was like, what do you mean he's playing O Canada? He's singing O Canada too? So we keep walking into that Capitol. He's playing this guitar alone. Has his guitar on and then the microphone there. All right, let's do it. Let's go see. I go there with Denis and his wife. And then he's playing guitar in O Canada. What is this? That is what? Inside of me, I'm afraid. Stand in the fear of God. See, it says here, for God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love, self-control and self-discipline and sound mind. But it says God is giving us a spirit not of fear. So what is fear? Because if he's mentioning this on this thing, then God says we do have fear. Now, going over this fear for the right reason with a sound mind and self-control this fear opens new doors. It's exactly where I need to be. It's profound. So every time I'm afraid of doing something, that's exactly where I need to be. So this is the thing about my fro. Going to a place and experience this fear and allow life happen, because that's curiosity of learning about myself at the deepest place. It is a key to my foundation of who I am as a person. And the fro kind of reflects my personality times millions. So it's pretty cool. That's the reason why I wear some of that, because sometimes it gives me a challenge of really challenging myself outside my comfort zone to experience. And what's worst case scenario is going to happen? Nothing works. There's people that we don't like it or good, it doesn't really matter. But I will still be alive. I'd rather actually be that way. So I went to this, and then this guitar guy shows up, Denis is there, and I'm like, hey, let's do a trio, man, that's so cool. And then this guy, the moment is allowed, I'm afraid, and then somehow God shows the way, and we're doing trio. I'm doing an opera singing with Denis, and this man that's playing this game, this O Canada thing, is like singing this, and it's like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Now, while doing this, give me a second, I'll come back. While I'm doing this, and we're in front of it, what a beautiful moment, July 1st. During that day, I was doing caricatures for the town of Riverview. And that's where I heard opera singing, and it kept showing up. I sang to Jackie in front of her balcony. I was afraid, but I did it anyways. This message keep punching me up. So I decided to go to July 1st and downtown, and then we did a trio with a guy that playing guitar. Denise there and I go. While we're singing all this stuff about O Canada, all of the people that I've met all crossed me. Some guy came to me, gave me the handshake. He witnessed the things that I've done for my physical state. He was really proud, and he was really serious. Like, no, you really did like an amazing thing. Like, I needed to hear this at that level because it's important. And God allowed me to receive this message in that way. It's like God's presence is telling me, I am proud of you, my child. That's powerful to me because it's coming through all things. Now, we're singing this stuff and people keep showing up. Cedric shows up. A person I don't remember his name, but he remembers me. It's almost O Canada, and then all of them comes through and share this message that God is proud of who I am because I overcame this fear today. So that's powerful. So that presence of God is showing up in everything I do. Specifically, what I want to share is the presence of this energy is there through the things I'm doing. It's not showing up every time, but I want to refine this thing because it's truly where I found hope. And my hope is prayers. The things I don't see is the things that is so close to me. C'est powerful. And then I draw things outside of me to find that comfort. And I'm finding this specific language in a physical state that is too profound to really understand. And that's the look I get when that presence is there. So yeah, so this is where I looked at I looked at Francis dying when I was a kid. That angle of look, specifically this way, this present there. This is the time to realize what is this gift. At all full circle of God's presence is here, just like the things that's happening every day. And then I said to myself, I realize what I have. At October 16, 7 a.m., I was still awake. That's yesterday. I'm more aware of it, and I'm witnessing it. I prayed with profound gratitude to the portrait. Suddenly this became. So I prayed to this image yesterday while I was really profoundly grateful because I sense the presence of God is there, just like the other painting. And all these thoughts came afterwards. That's why I put it in a sort of a booklet, and I wrote it down while I was very high in emotions of gratitude. It's not because I hate myself or I'm painful. It's because I realized the profound gratitude of life has answered so many things because I asked for it. When my brother passed away, I'm a child asking question, what does that mean? I don't know. But God's presence has answered that prayer at that very young age. And that's the engraved gift that's been given to me and my brother. My brother Eric is still alive. Francis passed away. So, everything is done for God. If people never seen my true potential because God is here, they will learn something new once again. I am renewed by God's grace. Why did I receive this? I will write it down. At overdoing it with God equals God renews me. How many times I've ran? I'm seeing this image of me running so much, mileage, and I kept renewing myself and healing fast. I don't even know how I've done all this stuff. And I'm still not injured. This is like mind-blowing. The mileage, maybe, I don't know, 1,500 kilometers in total from biking to running. Not once an injury. And I tested myself and predicted. And Sentinel Park, for the first time I've done 32 or 35 kilometers. I was really painful on my Achilles and all that stuff. Not once had an injury. Not sure what this presence of life is, but it's very powerful to me to experience because I don't even know how I've done it. That's the thing. And I was constant. And it was allowed for me to experience. For overcoming the things that most things I understood is it's don't overdoing it. Where is this thought coming from? Don't overdo it. You might hurt yourself. But then I overdone it in such a level that I've learned about who I am and with my boundaries and what I can achieve despite the influence of outside. So I have to listen to things through all things to receive a sort of a message to do specific things that I have been praying for, or what is life is telling me. It's a powerful thing to be because it is guiding me today. Same thing today. It's raining. I go outside the superstore around 8 o'clock in the afternoon. It's dark. I look at the weather. It's raining. Now I'm like, it's not raining. It's just raining. But I decided to not take my umbrella. I go outside, I walk, no umbrella. I go to a random place. What am I doing here? Fear comes into my mind. I start praying. Again, full circle. Now there's kids coming and walking towards me. I'm standing in front of the Irving because I don't want to get all soaked in with the rain coming in. He goes in the store with his girlfriend, and then he comes out of that door, and he speaks to me. A young kid speaks to me out of nowhere while I am afraid of what is going to happen if it's too much raining. He comes out, he speaks to me, and while he's going away, he saw it's not gonna stop, my friend. It's gonna get worse. It's going to get worse. It's gonna get worse. Now he says worse. Why? What is this influence outside? I realize we tend to think and exposed by the negative things. He was with his girlfriend. Maybe he was going through a difficult time because I felt like when I saw this kid and his girlfriend, she wanted to go somewhere and he was not too much compliant to it. There was a pressure there. It's going to get worse. And I'm asking, what do you mean by it's going to get worse? It's just like raining won't stop. it's gonna get worse. Oh, seriously? And I was like, oh man, too bad. But then I realized, I don't know where it stops raining and it starts getting drizzled. I start walking, and then the language of the life that we get influenced by is from the past and the future, the stress we have. But the heart wants to think positively. It's not going to get worse, it's going to get better. And then instantly from that thing, I realized that God is saying me, it's going to get better. Don't worry about anything. I'll be back. It's gonna get worse, but it did not get worse. God is telling me it's time to go, because that's the right time. And then I just go. I walk through Irving to Superstore, no rain. Well, drizzle, but it's not like crazy rain, like it's going to get worse. I go shopping, and I got no umbrella. I go shopping. I go to Tim's first, go to Tim's, then Superstore, come back, no rain. It's going to get worse. Then God's presence is here to tell you it's going to get better. That's the heart language. That's the language I'm trying to figure out in life, because seeing it through all things in a positive way, because the heart wants to live today. It doesn't want to live in the future or past, because that's depression and that's anxious life. Today is the day that's been allowed by life. I'm alive. I cannot pretend what I received, and to become myself today is a grateful life to witness, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Why not be my best self? Who is my best self? God's guidance is my best friend. My best friend is God. Allowed by life today to witness that. I can't pretend what I receive. This is who I am. I can't change that. But life has told me it's going to get worse. But it's not true. The heart says it's going to get better. That's hope. That's the life. That's the meaning of this powerful presence of God is here. He always lived and is still here, impacting my life today after 2,000 years. There is power in that, and that is the presence of life is here, giving us that energy and the reminding that it's not getting worse. It's getting better. This way I can walk forward in life. It's going to get better. Trust yourselves. I trust myself because I've seen the presence of it, that I don't have to worry about anymore. But it's a human thing to worry about, because God tells us we do worry a lot, because we think too much. And God says we do think too much. We talk too much too. But it's the awareness that gives us the ability to have hope in life. It's powerful. Gratitude is there for today. So overdoing it with God equals God renews me. God has opened the door of deep, profound meaning, resulting in a power, strength, resilience over everything. I overdo it. And I will read it as I wrote it, because sometimes I do mistakes, but it's okay. Overcome equals Jesus overcame all. And this means to me, what does overcome equal Jesus overcame all is the resilience that he was not pretending, not trying to fit in. He was true to himself, and he kept his journey straight. Fully lived in 33 years instead of 100 years, which could have been not fully lived. Sometimes we can't find ourselves during those times. So somehow overcoming life is what God has done. Jesus. And he trusted the path. He trusted the path, and he fully lived. He did not pretend, and he did not try to fit in. He didn't chase. He shared his presence of life today. After he passed away, after 2,000 years, it's re-affecting me in a deeper place, because without his presence of life, I would have not the presence of God. It's powerful. Renewing comes with understanding. Patience is understanding how to overcome with resilience, leading to a force of light within itself. And then it comes to drawing titles. Drawing title, this is the hope I stand forever. The presence of God is here. The darkness has not overcame it. And I wrote here, it's going to be a powerful, profound peace. And then I put at peace. October 16, 6:38 a.m. I cried looking at it. Loud and clear, I receive. This is the eye. This eye is this eye is the hope of I stand for. And it's called the presence of God is here. I have never done a piece that massive. And drawings that I'm doing allowed by accepting what I receive and discovering the true gift that I've been engraved since the beginning. It is the truth too profound to explain, but yet the presence of God is here. And the darkness has not overcame it. Now, funny thing is, 6:38 a.m., I prayed with profound gratitude to the portrait, and certainly this became. And that was about like, I would say 6:30. Strange enough, I prayed and this is what I received. Powerful, man. And then I told myself, I am a tiger and a lion. Because the reason why I said that is because I looked at the drawing on my wall, and I have a tiger and a lion mixed with it. And then I have Jesus with a blue eye and a lion to it. And I like drawing tigers and lions. So this is something that I may, if it is allowed by life, to represent the presence of God as reflecting the qualities of a tiger and a positive and a lion. Lion and tigers are considered to be a very powerful spiritual animal from the search that I've done and the people I've shared these things. So yeah, it's very powerful. So like I said, those are things I receive, and nobody received this besides me, because I'm put into a place. See, the funny thing is, I have another thing here that I put this months ago. I will read it. I will read it to you. Something is here. It's God's profound presence. I like to put those things on my walls. It's nourishing who I am. And I can't deny the nourishment of what I am. Because if I do, how can I love myself? I must trust the things I receive to find a way. So, Francis is here showing going presence and is here. Okay, so I was really crying there. So because he have been taken and allowed to sow, man, it's hard to say, as with them, so us. Okay, because he have been taken away, Francis passed away. God has taken his life away, but he's not taking away. He has allowed this to sow us with them to God's presence. To God's presence, and I put amen. And again, like I'm talking about amen all the time because it is the proof to me that every time I write something, I put amen in my journaling. Is the proof that God is part of, is the signature of the proof is God. God is part of it. So I just do it because it's cool. It's a signature. I've heard this back then. Somebody uses not that for a signature, but we all have a signature. Amen. Every time we pray, it's kind of a signature to me. My drawings have a signature of AB. I do it reversed way, which looks like a 46, but I write it B and A in a sense. That's my signature. But my signature is the presence of God. If I die, my signature is not really worth it. But it's the thing that I left with this presence today that is important today. We must share this presence through writing. We are here for you. God, Francis, and Alexandre Parks. Power, show it to the world. I receive this very deep, profound loudness of myself. Show it to the world. That presence of God is here. Show it to the world. And Francis is showing us God's presence a moment today. Seen and witnessed when my brother was going away. In the presence of God, shown us too deep to understand. This is the gift we have engraved in us alive. 4 years old. Show it to the world. Again, I wrote it big. Show it to the world. We have received it because of this allowed moment. I stared to God, and why? I stared to God. I'm a kid. I stared. Why? A kid don't understand. Not conscious enough to ask why. And the answer, God will. Okay, so what I understand from the things that I've heard is when a kid prays, their prayers are answered right away, or they're answered in a sense where it's closer to Him, because we are unconscious of what is good and what is not. And a kid lives the moment today. They don't think about the past, the future, but it's been engraved in us when we get older. So when the child is praying, is truly a gift that God answered these prayings. So somehow at this time, when I was at 4 years old and looking at my brother dying in front of us, my my other brother Eric was there, but Francis was in front of us. Did not know. But the look of things, I stared. I stared to God because somehow Francis was going through the presence of God. I stared. I engraved it profoundly into me without understanding it. And then somehow automatically myself I would say, why? But I accepted it. Because children accept it profoundly because they don't know. We will live this today. I don't care if I understand it or not, but just okay. Life will live. And then they answered my question. There it was. The presence of God lives in us, you and Andre. He is here in profound gratitude. So, to me, the presence of God has been engraved in me because of my brother passed away. And the moment has given me an experience that is very unique. And I see it through my art stuff showing up all the time. Because he sees you crying in tears of profound understanding of deep gratitude, for his presence is here. I heard this to me in the sense where somebody was talking to me. My brother was saying, because he sees you crying. Because God sees you crying in tears of profound gratitude and understanding, he is proud of that. It says, thank him for being my best friend alive. We, us, you is all we need by God's grace today. You will bring many for the presence of me through all things. You are already seeing and witnessing. The moment you witness it, I was proud and grateful, because this is the beginning of something too profound to understand fully yet you will in time it is planned for you, my child. Personal message, best friend God, October 16, 6:59 a.m. And that is pretty much what I wrote. And the title of this thing, somehow I chose the presence of God is there. But then I have a more profound understanding of what this image is giving me. In return. This is the look Francis had before he passed away. The presence of God is here. And it's funny thing is, I wrote these things. It's like I wanted to draw a blue eye before everything started. Then later I realized my brother has a blue eye. I double checked it was on the left side or the right side, and it was on the left side, and that's the left side of the face. It's weird, but that's what it is. So that's pretty much what I wrote over time. There's other things here. There is hope, resilience, overcoming all, clean Power without seeing it. Power without seeing it. My gift is to bring His presence through my talent given. My best self wanted to share this profound, loud moment at your presence loud. I'm capturing the moment that I was waiting for, allowed at the right timing of His plan. Powerful stuff. And this is pretty much what I want to do. Is I almost quit the first day because it was so rough, and I almost quit. The eye was not right. Then I somewhat fixed the eyeball, and then it sensed me that even though I wanted to quit, I needed to continue. And now it has more meaning to me, to this piece, than any other piece I have. It's powerful. I've done a lot of work over the years. Hyper-realistic portraits, all these things I'm proud of. But then I'm sharing the presence of God. And that's the purpose I will be doing. It is very hopeful and a sense of healing in that. And I project that into many things I do. Only allowed by a certain time. Yeah, powerful stuff. And I'm doing a lot of details to it. So I'm telling myself repeatedly, I have shared my talent, but I have not shared it to the fullest of who I am. And now, if I die tomorrow, I want to fully live my life for the time I have left, because if God has given Jesus 33 years to fully live His life in a purposeful way, then I somehow would think that it would be a good idea to fully live the time I have for representing the presence of God in my life, because that's exactly where I need to be. I truly believe this thing because it's showing in multiple ways through everything I do. And this is almost like lucky man today, because Jeff has given me the ability to stream. To stream on YouTube, stream on Twitch, and stream on Facebook all at once in one shot, just before I'm creating this meaningful piece. Again, allowed by 10 minutes of teaching on how to use this stuff, and it's the most easiest thing I've ever. I thought it was difficult, and I didn't care too much about it. But then life shows up and shares me the ability to stream this on these things. There is a greater part of me that is not shown yet, but I've seen it through the training that I've done this year. It's closer to what I am as a person, to the fully way that I can be. Yeah, it's powerful stuff. And whatever it is, I have to refine the line of that, because to me it's really important. It's indeed one important thing. So what I'm going to do is process of this video on YouTube. So it's recorded and a separate video. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, super cool. Now, the presence of God is here. I can't deny it. And then I see this, something is here. It's God's profound presence. It's on my walls, surrounding myself with the things I am. Is truly refining the deepest place that I can find for myself, and asking God to find the treasures, the pearls, going deep dive in my thoughts to find truly who I am in the best way I can be, obviously, but everything is allowed by Him who sent me here. The chances for me at 41 years old to be here and have this apartment, 1% chance. The scenario that for me to go outside, do full circles with everybody, and be able to express some type of freedom of presence of life without being, yeah, so it's like still alive today. 41 years, a lot of people don't wake up, but I'm still alive today. That is a great place to be, to witness that. There's so many things. The Proverb 3:6 says, seek His will in all you do, and He will show you it will show you which faith to take, or which path to take. Now, it doesn't mean that I see this, He will show you the way, but we have to take the way. We have a choice. But yet, it is planned already this way. Powerful stuff. So this is it. That's the title of this piece. God's presence is here. And there's a lot of healing in that. Capturing where this energy is in this piece is very important. And to me, I will create a masterpiece of what I've received and what I have done and what I can do to refine this as much as I can, like I've never done before. That's the thing that I will do, if it is allowed, in a sense, by the plan. But I'm very exciting. It's very exciting for me to come in these things and refine little details to create this more profound energy in it. Powerful. The more I put my time in this, the more I put the presence of God refined into it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, indeed. Looking forward to this amazing thing. Yes, madame.